Hi, parents. I promised I would send a video about from back to school night, just reviewing a couple of things and giving you all time to marinate into the awesomeness that is your children and the brevity of this year and the opportunity that we all have to guide and nurture these incredible souls that I am lucky to teach every single day. Yes, I do have a candle in the back. It's summer sunset. I don't know what a summer sunset is supposed to smell like, but supposedly it's like a greenish yellow and it smells like that. So yay, whoop-de-doo. Welcome to my kitchen. I told you we're gonna get a nice tour of my house this year. My kids are home, they might show up at any minute. Let's get right into things here. So I thought that this was cute. Back to school. Let's go through the expectations that I am putting in place for you and your children. After Sukkot, we're going to have homework Monday through Thursday. The nightly homework is going to consist of a math page and a decodable book that is the same book for the week. It might be repetitive, but it's the same book for the week. I give out all the homework for the week on Monday, so you have it for the week. So if you have a wedding Tuesday night, the homework is there. If your kid is chas v'shalom sick on a Wednesday night, the homework is there. But they shouldn't be doing homework if they're not feeling well. I expect them to read or look at books and be read to. It's wonderful, even if they pretend. My son Avi is very, very into cars, and he was asking me about what the different brands were of car. So we got him a car brand book, and Honda, Acura, Tesla. It was funny when he was doing BMW, he would go, mommy, what's a very funny. So that was very awesome. And I expect them to be dressed in the dress code every day. So the dress code for boys is uniform pants and a collar shirt. I personally love Old Navy. They have packs of 5 comfy polo shirts, and they have these really, really great cargo style navy and black pants, but they're kind of stretchy a little bit. So when they sit down on the carpet, they stretch with them, which is great. And the reinforced knee is completely garbage everywhere. My kids have managed to go through reinforced knee, but you actually just still see the knee pad. It's the reinforced part, but they ripped the thing. So it makes no sense. And closed-toed shoes. Sneakers are the best thing to do. They're running outside, get slippery and the tiles, whatever. Sneakers are your best option. Even in the winter, sneakers are the best option. For girls, it is a skirt that goes to the knee and a t-shirt, minimally a t-shirt. So for a first grader, this would be okay for me. It's not at school, but for a first grade, this is okay. Up here is not okay. Keeping a sweatshirt in the classroom with their name on it is definitely helpful. The air comes from up now and blows out, so it kind of blows on top of the kids, which is great, and the room is comfortable. But there are some times where the air goes a little bit higher to maintain the 74, 75 degrees, and some kids can get chilly. So having a sweatshirt in the classroom is definitely helpful. Make sure you put a name in it. Wear kippahs, boys wear kippahs, so important. And girls wearing shorts, little biker shorts or underskirt shorts. Old Navy sells them too. Or leggings, just because we sit on the carpet, crisscross applesauce. Oh, and boys have to wear tzitzit, are great. And girls putting their hair back, just so we, get rid of, if there's any lice or whatever. Also, it's like not in their face. It's like away, which is great. So those are the expectations for there. And what do we do during the class time? So I'm going to go through this quickly, and then we have a slide for each one. We have SEL, which stands for Social Emotional Learning, Foundations, Blended Learning, Math, Music Appreciation. That's a little funny one that I put in, but it's kind of not funny. I don't have a slide on it. I am a very musical person. Music moves my soul. Everything from the Beatles to Elvis Presley to Fall Out Boy, Billy Joel. I just saw Billy Joel on Sunday, to Ariana Grande and Disney and Mordecai Shapiro, to Ishai Rebo. All of it. Music is in my soul. It is embedded in my being. And I use music to create an atmosphere in the class. So during downtime, I might put on the Beatles in the background just to have it just wafting through, or a Disney instrumental music wafting through. Oh, is that Moana? They catch it. When we go to important things like assembly, like a oneg, or when we have map testing 3 times a year, I might play something like Stevie Wonder, where we're dancing, going up and down the hallways, really developing a vibe that nothing is wrong. It's called Uptight by Stevie Wonder. Look it up. It's a great song. If you've seen Mr. Holland's Opus, it was the song used in the montage when he's helping the drummer. So it really just helps create a vibe. And in fact, I attribute that to higher map testing scores. Yes, that I think that definitely does help and relaxes the kids. Music is definitely a wonderful thing. Mindfulness and intentions, we're going to talk about that. And 7 Habits of Happy Kids, we're going to talk about that as well. So being a whole human, we're now getting into the pieces. There's not even a quote, but someone once said, you can do quantum physics, but you can't say thank you to someone that opens the door for you, then who are you? So it is incredibly important for me that we nurture and guide these humans to being whole humans, not just academically smart humans, but socially smart humans and considerate humans, and having our eyes open humans, where we're seeing the things around us and being part of the world, part of Hashem's world that he created for all of us. So we go through the 7 Habits of Happy Kids throughout the year. We actually learn the first one, and using this at home with your kids is a wonderful thing. It is be proactive. I am in charge of myself. I am in charge of the choices that I make. I'm going to do something. It's going to make something else happen. When that something else happens, that's because of my behavior. It's because I did something. So if I do something good's going to happen. If I don't do something good, something not good is going to happen. If I, let's say, punch somebody, well, they're going to cry and I'm going to get in trouble. And I have to think about, what are my actions doing? If I tell somebody that they look really nice and really handsome and pretty, that's going to make them smile, and they're going to say something nice back to me. So our actions have consequences, positive or negative, but they have consequences. Another big part of that are natural consequences, which us as parents, and I include myself in this, is very, very difficult, because we don't ever want to see our children suffer. And we want to be there to catch them all the time, no matter what. And sometimes we need to understand that there are consequences that will naturally happen. If I forget my snack at home, I'm going to be hungry. If I forget my water at home, I'm going to be thirsty. So there are natural consequences that happen, and sometimes we have to allow them to happen to have them realize themselves, this is what I'm doing and this is what I want to happen from that. So that's a guidance that I and Rosh Hashanah give to all of your wonderful kids. So we started habit number 1. Each habit takes about 6 to 8 weeks. and we really hone in on it. So, they are in charge of themselves. They are proactive. It is up to them to decide what they're doing. Are they going to be present in the class and focus on the work and do what we're doing and be part of us, or not? And that's up to them. And we guide them in the right direction, or what we feel is the appropriate, most successful direction for them. And then SEL, going into social emotional learning. This is a biggie. I've done a lot of research on this. It's a fun time. So it focuses on feelings, emotions, and people. Oh my, your feelings and what emotions are coming out, and how to interact with other people in an appropriate way. And we forget about that with technology because we're so used to texting or sending an emoji or a meme or a GIF or GIF, I don't know, however you say it, instead of expressing ourselves with our words. So we've noticed, or I've noticed in the past few years, we're seeing it escalating, that children don't have the words to use when something's bothering them. So they move to hitting or punching or screaming or tantruming, getting angry, because they don't have that expressive language. So it is my responsibility to make sure that your children have that expressive language, that they're able to say, I am feeling frustrated because, or I am angry because, or I am so happy and excited because. And having the other children who are there who can interact. And these coincide with the 7 Habits of Happy Kids. We learn calming strategies throughout the year. We started learning rainbow breathing, and we also learned squeezes, where squeeze, hold your breath in, and then as you let go, let your muscles go. And every single one of your kids can do this. And some of them actually said, yeah, that really worked. And it helped them fall asleep at night as well. In about November, December time, I take out the calming corner, where it's a special calming space that gives time to the kids who their emotions are just too big, and doing a squeeze or a rainbow breath is just not going to help, and they need a little bit more. They can be too happy and hyper and excited. They can be too angry. They can be too exhausted. There's a 10-minute limit on the calming corner. Once 10 minutes up, we have a little sand timer. We'll get into this November, December time when we open it up. And I'll take a picture and send you and all the fun stuff. Mindfulness and setting an intention for the day. We are mindful in our classroom. We do one thing at a time. That means that when you're talking to me, I am doing nothing else. I am honed in on you. I am zoned in onto what you're telling me. And when I'm talking to you, you're zoned in onto what I'm doing. When we're writing, we're just writing. When we're eating, we're just eating. That is what we're doing. We also set an intention for the day. So today's intention was, I am nice. I am kind. That is what we do. And we practice that intention, and we make it part of who we are. So that was today. We have blended learning. We're going to start blended learning, hopefully in a couple weeks. It's the only time that I really allow a screen in the classroom. And it's we have a computer station where we split the class in half. Half the kids go on the computers for 20 minutes, and they do the Lexia iCore 5 program, which is a phenomenal program. Gets a lot of great data and very motivating for the children. And the other half are split up between me and Marcia Shauna, and we are giving them a small group instruction in homogeneous groups based on their academic skill level. And that helps us close the gaps and find them faster and fix it a lot sooner. And then after 20 minutes, we switch. The kids then who were with us go to the computers and vice versa. Math, we're using the Go Math system. The end of the year goal is that they should add and subtract double digits. Adding, they're going to carry. Subtracting, we're not borrowing. They're reading numbers through 120, and they're answering 1 to 2 step simple word problems. This is the goal. We focus a lot on, in the beginning of the year, making sure the numbers are written correctly. So we don't want any of them backwards numbers. We want them nice and straight, so we know how we're writing them. And we use a lot of manipulatives. We do like counters and we move things around. And we also play math games as the year progresses, which is really excellent. I love math. It's so fun. Foundations, you guys had foundations in kindergarten, A, apple, A, B, bat, B. So we have those. Very, very important. If your child is reading with you at home, you don't want to add the sound in foundations. It's not a ba, it's not a ta, and it's not a ma. It's a a t, and a b. If we see our chin does not go down there, we're not catching flies in our mouth. That's because you don't sit on a cha e ra, and you don't go to sleep in a ba e da. You go to sleep in a b e d. That's what you go to sleep in. So you want to clip it, make it nice and short. So when they are reading, they are blending faster. And then eventually not blending at all. They're just reading it. I give out these foundations packets. I'll be sending a video on that in the next week or so. On the foundations packets. They are completely optional. Completely do not have to do them. I don't care. They're completely optional. I send it home. They could do it at home. They could do it at school during downtime, leave it in their bag. There is a very, very strict due date. I am very easy to manipulate on a lot of things. Birthday parties, homework, really, really, really most of the things. This is the one thing that if you decide to do it and it's not in on the due date, there is no prize. So I give out prizes if you finish by the due date and you bring it in, and I give out prizes, not little dinky stuff, like good stuff. Or I think it's good stuff. And it has to be in on the due date. There is absolutely no getting around it. Oh, but we were in Mexico and I wasn't home. Then do it early. Do it early. Get it done early before you go to Mexico. Or take a picture, send me a video of each page that it's done by the due date. The reason for this is we start teaching them very young how there are due dates in the world. If I don't pay my mortgage on time, I'm going to incur a penalty. If I don't pay my health insurance on time, then there's going to be a lapse in my coverage. There are due dates in life, and we need to understand that sometimes there are due dates that just don't move and they have to happen. So it is completely optional. They don't have to do it, but if they do it and they finish it, it has to be on the due date or before. I send a pacing calendar to help out, especially in the beginning, pacing them so they're not doing 20 pages in one night. But I am very strict on the due date if you decide to do it, especially because it is optional. Birthday parties happen at 2:50 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday. Our Thursday might be a little bit icky, just because we have art from 3:00 until the end of the day. So this is more Jennifer's Monday through Thursday, but I'm really Monday through Wednesday for 2:03. Donuts or cupcakes and juice boxes were great. It's so much easier than pouring for 21 kids, and cups spill all over the place. Please don't bring sheet cake. No sheet cake. It's a very big mess to cut. And then kids get upset because someone gets a bigger piece, someone gets a smaller piece, but I wanted a balloon, I wanted a flower. Just stick to donuts or cupcakes. And you want to do goodie bags, but it's all optional. Really just donuts, cupcake, juice boxes. Parents can come. You're more than welcome to join us, but it is not mandatory. You can drop the stuff off and we will just take care of it for you and send you pictures. And then a couple of reminders. Please send in water bottles. It gets very hot outside. We want to make sure the kids are drinking, and 3 snacks. There are some, we want to make sure that the kids are eating. So please send in 3 snacks, no candy. If candy comes into the classroom, if they take it out, I will tell them to put it away, that there's no candy allowed. That includes Twizzlers, Sour Sticks, Sour Belts, Mike and Ike's, gum, sucking candies, lollipops, ring pops, taffy of all kinds. Trying to think what else. Gummies, all that fun stuff that we have on like Shabbos parties. Jelly beans, please don't bring it in. I know that they want to. I know my kids also, they really want to bring in candy, and it's just not helpful with the learning that we're doing. It's difficult. And there you go. Thank you all so much. And you know how to reach me. And we're really enjoying your kids. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything that you just want to share or vent, I'm your person. Have a great night, everybody.